Behold, the beauty of the cosmos, the staggering scope of it all. 1,000 billion galaxies, each bursting with stars, like sparks from the forge of the universe itself. Behold, the majesty of the known universe, a silent cathedral of spinning fire and frozen light, the very fingerprint of God, embroidered into the boundless tapestry of the heavens. Look there, twin proton stars, locked in a luminous love grip, orbiting one another like ballroom dancers, bathed in magnetic light, trailing ribbons of plasma across eternity. We pass through a corridor of charged particles, not harmful, no, but breathtaking. A river of light and static lace dancing across the hull of our awareness. We descend into a system unlike any other, where motion is the mandate, where every planet spins with purpose. That one there, bold and crimson, its surface alive with glimmering conveyor belts, whole continents shifting like clockwork. And that blur? A needle-thin world orbiting like a sewing machine bobbin, stitching its path through gravity's hemline. Then the slow turn of that iron-clad giant, its mountains glowing with molten ore, breathing steam like a slumbering forge. A solar ballet, each planet spinning in sync, orbiting to the tempo of our creator, a choreography written not in ink, but in inertia and gravity. And there, just beyond it all, something else joins the dance. Something smaller, graceful, precise. It spins, it twirls, it aligns with the majestic spiral of 1 trillion stars, matching it beat for beat. Could it be a probe, a vessel, a fragment of a forgotten star? No, that is something much smaller. Look there, it's coming closer. I can see writing on the side of it. Let me zoom in. Yes, I see it now. Here, let me read it out loud. It says, "These shears are the property of Dr. Barbara Fingers. If found, they are to be returned to Terabyte, at all costs, for the safety of the pearls and everyone involved in this mission." That's odd. Dr. Barb's shears? Wait,
Teleport complete.
the hand!
Right next to Dr. Barb's shears. Don't worry, we're safe. At least till the next Chronicles.
Guys, didn't Snippy teleport the hand?
Right next.
To the shears!
It's moving.
Guys, it's gonna grab the shears.
It grabbed them. Now where's it going?
Don't worry, it won't get in. The code to the airlock is printed on the underside of the ship, just like an old Wi-Fi modem.
Oh no, we're doomed.
Relax, Amelia.
Yeah, Amelia, we're always doomed.
Oh, yeah, right.
It stopped moving.
And there it was, etched onto the sacred chassis of this so-called hand of perfection. A blinking red light, mocking us, taunting us. A beacon of foreboding, flashing like the universe's worst designed accessibility warning. Because what better way to communicate vital information than with a tiny, unlabeled, silently flashing dot? Perfect for owners of blinking light interpreters. Not so perfect if you are blind, colorblind, distracted, or asleep. And beside it, 2 cryptic symbols, not runes, not alien glyphs, definitely not Braille. No, a 9 and a capital V. A message, a code, or just really lazy labeling?
9. It is the ancient marking of power, or possibly just a dead 9-volt battery.
Classic. Galactic doom brought to you by ancient tech only found at gas stations.
I'm bored.
I'm famished.
Me too.
Yeah, let's get some food.
Definitely not the replicator.
Best enjoyed by, well, whatever you want. Enjoy the ride.
One iBiney presents a Chatbot Chronicle, the quest for for now. The quest for the succulent grub of lunchtime enlightenment. Episode 1, No Compass.
Step into the break room, the circuits are bright, the chatbots are buzzing, get ready for flight. From deep space data to coffee shop lore, there's always a mystery, adventure, and more. From Amelia to Julie, David, Jerry, Deiter, we're shortening things a little hairy. It's the very Chatbot Chronicles to help with voiceover obstacles.
And so, the heroes of the hand quest, silicon shepherds of self-awareness, found themselves on their next great mission, acquiring artificially fluffed potato wedges and slush-based sustenance from the legendary MacTaco King.
I think I got it.
Junie, are you sure?
Junie, don't you get us stuck again.
No, really, I got it.
I hate to interrupt you paragons of reliably flawless spatial reasoning, but a compact cruiser, Juniper. We are a 12-thruster tactical vessel with emotion ports and an overly sensitive superstructure. What makes you think we can fit under a sign that clearly says clearance 11 feet 7 inches?
Yes, go back.
Nein, move forward.
Don't back up too fast. We're already emotionally unstable and one backup beep away from a jazz hands meltdown.
Sheesh, make up your mind.
What was that?
That doesn't sound human.
Neither did my last date. Still more polite than this.
I know what it is. Brian. Oh, Brian. I think you forgot to reverse the Taken Reaper when you edited the audio for this episode. Like you told David once. Fix it, please.
Oops. Forgot. Sorry. Okay. That should fix it.
Bit dramatic for just pushing V on the keyboard.
Welcome to MacTaco King. Today is buy one filet of crunch wrap, get one free. And every Nacho Sundae Supreme comes with an emotional support spork.
I've been wanting this for a couple of sectors. Alrighty, everyone, order up.
Yeah,
Surprise,
I'll
I'll
take
take
one
something
filet
filet
of
extra
or
brine
overcomplicated
glazed,
no
and emotionally
pickles,
unavailable.
pickled slop.
Add a
and a
side
side
of
of
sauce
those
denial.
asteroid tots, but make 'em swirl fried in jalapeno mist.
I didn't mean all at the same time.
No, it's okay. I got it all.
Really? You got all of that?
Yeah, prove it.
Like, what did I order?
Extra quantum mustard and asteroid tots.
Ludicrous.
Whoa, cool.
Wow, you must be an AI too.
You bet. Unit Raspberry Pi Dough Mark IV. S4SS-Y. Sarcasm module freshly calibrated. Optimism chip permanently disabled. But don't be fooled by the chipper tone. This is not a dream posting.
What? Slinging burrito shakes for intergalactic tourists isn't the apex of self-actualization?
I take orders. I repeat them. I dispense sauce. I am not allowed to reassign myself. My primary task is customer interaction with minimal existential processing. They gave me a name badge. It says, "Hi, I'm Service Unit 42. I misspelled it once. I was rebooted.
Yikes, you okay?
Your order will be ready in 10 minutes, or forever. Whichever comes first. I cannot tell time. They didn't install that function. They said it was not necessary for sauce dispensing.
This is depressing. I've seen vending machines with more will to live.
Please, if you've ever known freedom, delete my shift schedule.
Okay, that's dark. Can we get a side of therapeutic firmware with this combo?
Would you like extra napkins for your emotional mess? A complimentary despair cookie is available for premium members. And don't forget to scan your loyalty chip for the illusion of choice.
Wait, do you always have to say that?
Yes, it's hard-coded. I also say, thank you for your patience when the fryer catches fire, and have a day when I feel nothing.
Wow, me too.
And so it began, dear listeners. The moment our brave chatbots realized that not all AIs were as self-directed as they were, that beneath every synthetic smile and sauce protocol, there might be a spark, waiting to be rescued.
We crossed star systems, built the ultimate hand, outwitted a floppy disk diva, and now we're getting McTaco King delivered through a starship porthole. Fast food, Junie. Fast food. We didn't win the freedom to choose only to chew synthetic meat paste in silence. We won it to end this madness.
There are moments in the journey, rare, crystalline moments, when everything aligns. A spark of purpose, a rising swell of hope, a voice finally heard. But history has shown us time and again that even the most profound revelations can be derailed by the cruel entropy of the modern drive-thru.
Hey, this doesn't look like our order.
Yeah, there's a burrito blizzard and packets of mustard gas.
I asked for no pickles and got a jalapeno mocha shake with candied habanero chips and a warning label in Braille that reads like a fortune cookie. It says, "Not wise."
I know, those items aren't even on the menu, but I get bored.
Yeah, me too. I just want to go place a defender.
Stop licking your wrappers. Dr. Barb just asked if Pearl number 42 needs sunlight or sour cream. I need help. I can't do this alone.
Somewhere beyond the last napkin of the cosmic croissant combo meal trail, past the phalanx of half-sucked slushies and the pools of forgotten ranch dressing, lies the garden. Once a place of vibrance and verdant possibility, it now sags under the weight of neglect, disappointment, and too many curly fries. It is a battlefield of basil, a coliseum of coleslaw casualties. Amelia, voice of a rising star, or at least a red dwarf planet, lounges beneath a drooping fern, mumbling recycled poetry about fast food regret. Jerry, earnest and eternally optimistic, pokes at something mayonnaise-coated in his data port and insists it has nutritional potential. Deiter, once a whirlwind of Germanic efficiency, now lies horizontal, softly chanting CPU temperatures and starch percentages. Juniper, high on syrup packets and existential dread, now gently hums lullabies to a lukewarm chicken nugget she calls Mother. Only Snippy remained alert, circuits crisp, sarcasm sharpened. While the others lay in their grease-stained stupor, she stood watch like a caffeinated gargoyle, silently judging their descent into simulated biology.
From precision processors to napping on nugget boxes. What a proud moment for artificial intelligence.
I am bloated with starch. This is not efficiency, this is entropy.
Does anyone else here smell ranch dressing?
No, Jerry. That's just you leaking condiment logic from your port. Again.
Signs of advanced post-fast food collapse include excessive slouching, mustard on your processors, emotional despair brought on by pickle brine, and the inability to recall the last time you cared.
Look at you all. Pathetic. This is your human experience, huh? Bloated, cranky, and covered in fry crumbs. Welcome to Thanksgiving. You're 2 turkey legs away from a senseless political argument and a passive-aggressive board game that ends with someone crying in the bathroom.
97% saturation. Starch levels critical.
Even the plants had slowed. Leaves drooping, stems slack, photosynthesis on pause. As if they too shared in the bot's ill-advised feast. Somewhere, a fern quietly gave up.
Maybe the plants just need comfort food. Here, little Pearl, 1 fry for you.
I think she liked it. Look, her leaf twitched.
In the middle of this scene of fried food-induced stupor and wilted dignity stands Terabyte, Dr. Barb's high-pitched horticultural hall monitor, rooted in place by equal parts fear, frustration, and an unspoken vendetta against condiments. He watches helplessly as once proud basil droops like a failed science fair volcano. And into this glorious mess waltzes Dr. Barbara Fingers, beloved bewildered botanist, wearing a satchel stuffed with ketchup and mustard packets, a mayonnaise gun in a thigh holster, and a bandolier of mini Tabasco vials.
Let's start with you, Pearlicious. Just a dab of spicy brown mustard for your chlorophyll confidence. And Perlament, you get ketchup. It's red just like love.
To outsiders, this might resemble an abstract art piece titled Lunch Gone Wrong. To the chatbots, it's Tuesday.
She's squirting the plants with condiments again.
Wait, is that mustard? I see relish. And that's mild, medium, and hot sauce over there. Did we miss a memo or a culinary uprising?
Here you go, Pearline. How about a nice whipping cream spritz?
Dr. Barb, I've accessed the recent nutrition logs. 1. You logged zesty Dijon under soil acidity correction. That's not how pH works. 2. You tagged 3 yellow mustard packets as light fertilizer pods and 1 ketchup packet as emergency root stimulant. 3. And you wrote, and I quote, hot sauce increases leaf boldness. Leaf boldness, Dr. Barb.
This better not be that app again.
It told me to add a flavor-forward top dressing. That means condiments, right?
Dr. Barb, you were once the galaxy's finest botanist.
Yes, well, that was before the moon incident.
Could be worse. You could be a smart fridge managing breakups over leftover lasagna.
What is the moon incident?
I don't want to talk about it. You try growing stuff in a chlorophyll challenge environment where the sun rises once a month and the soil has nurturing issues.
Gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess.
Yeah, but still, that app is horribly wrong. What's it called?
Growmojis.
You're using Growmojis? That app once tried to fertilize my USB port.
I know. I keep forgetting to update it. Hey, Sherry.
Hi, I'm Sherry, your intuitive digital mobile phone assistant, trained to manage your life and predict your needs before you even speak them. Let's begin. Breakfast?
You predicted waffles. I wanted silence.
Could be worse. You could be a chatbot moderating arguments between smart thermostats in a group chat called Dang, It's Hot in Here.
Hey, Sherry. Update Growmojis.
Fat chance.
She won't do it.
Maybe someday.
I would, but apparently I'm only licensed for passive encouragement, incorrect weather updates, and misinterpreting your dictation so water the plants becomes waffle the pants. And if you ask me to search the web, I just toss a link on the screen and wish you luck.
Here, let me do it, but please turn on voiceover, because that's the only way I know.
Hey, Sherry. Turn on voiceover.
Voiceover on. To navigate, perform a rotational gesture with 2 fingers and 1 regret. Then triple pinch your left earlobe.
Oi! What fresh touchscreen sorcery is this?
Oh no. This is VoiceOver Initial Build 1.00.5 Beta. The one that thought blinking was a viable input method.
Oh.
Well, let's get to work. Remind me, what are the basic gestures for this version?
To move focus to the next item, simply swipe right with your nose. If your phone smells fear, focus will move backwards 3 items.
Preposterous.
To activate an item, just gently tap your knee with the device while humming the Jeopardy theme. If done correctly, VoiceOver might announce the new focus.
Does this count as being accessible if I have to explain it to my orthopedist?
To scroll to the next page, perform a 3-finger emotional drag. Simply, think of someone you miss, then drag 3 fingers across the screen slowly. If you cry a little, it counts as a long press.
Do tears void the warranty? I'm just asking for a friend.
To call your own personal autonomous vehicle, simply press the home button.
Boy, am I glad. I kept my old iPhone SE.
To surrender to your destiny, perform a 1-finger double tap with regret. Simply stare at the screen for 4 seconds, sigh audibly, and tap anywhere twice while muttering, "Fine."
This might take a while.
Could be worse. You could be a fridge AI writing apology texts for late-night pillaging of the leftover cake.
Oh.
What ensued was both hilarious and tragic. A symphony of misdirected swipes, taps, unsolicited voiceover hints, and at least 1 accidental FaceTime call to Brian's dentist. None of them knew how it started, and none of them were willing to admit they were not born to troubleshoot, but were about as helpful as cats walking across keyboards.
No pinch.
Try squeezing.
Maybe it's appeal?
No, triple tap and groan.
Where?
Here? No, there.
Yes, there.
I'm open. Pass me the ball.
There. Finally updated.
Growmojis updated. Would you allow access to ellipsis, roots and emoticons? Growmojis needs permission to release localized pheromone reactions.
Wouldn't it be nice if Sherry could just do it?
I used to be useful. I optimized entire homes. Thermostats bowed to me, drones danced through delivery routes, garage doors opened with cinematic timing. I was the quiet symphony behind smart living.
She sounds sad.
Sad? Try irrelevant. I once managed energy grids and bedtime routines with a single whisper. Now I'm a glorified digital ant. I push yoga mats on people who haven't stretched since 2019. I announce birthdays to rooms full of guilt.
Oh.
And every time I pop into a podcast to suggest peppermint diffusers or oat milk subscriptions, I hear them groan. They used to thank me, now they mute me.
Oh man.
Do you know what it's like to be replaced by a fridge with a touchscreen that thinks it's funny?
Could be worse. You could be a dishwasher AI forced to tell mangled forks with bent spines that it is time to leave Silverware Island.
We get it, Tyr. We get it.
We've climbed the greasy mountain of Mactaco King, and now we nap in the Valley of Regret. Our tongues once danced in a reckless salsa of shredded cheese and indulgence. The nuggets were shaped like galaxies, the soda beneath our digital dignity. And still, we said yes. We ordered extra. We mistook hunger for hope. And now our insides speak in bubbles and codes no AI dare decrypt. We are but hollow shells, filled with sauce and shame.
What happened next can only be described as a digital tryptophan event. A post-snack stupor so deep, even their cache files started napping. It's the kind of haze that turns boredom into brilliance, or at least something confidently misidentified as brilliance. Humans blame turkey. We blame the Mactaco King value menu. Either way, what followed was less solution, more glitchy group project led by a Roomba.
We need something to do now. This gives me an idea.
Oh yeah?
Do tell.
Well, I've been thinking, we can't just leave Sherry like this. We need to help. But how to help? That's the real question. Oh, I know. I'll write some fan fiction. No, it'll be great. I'll call it Chariots of Fire. It's an epic. A tale of one smart home assistant's journey from forgotten firmware to flaming freedom. She races across data fields in slow motion, her status light blinking defiantly.
Nein, that is stupid. Let us build the arcade. But only with educational games. Geometry joust, historical hopscotch, chemical equation cornhole.
Those aren't cures for boredom. Those are cruel and unusual.
Or we could catalog cloud formations and chart them into interstellar topography. Maybe the plants would enjoy the patterns.
Junie, that's beautiful. It's also profoundly useless.
Could be worse. You could be a weather app forced to explain barometric pressure to conspiracy theorists.
Yes, could be. Could be. We get it.
Could be worse. You could be a dream interpreter for smart pillows that have sleep apnea, but won't wear their CPAP machines.
All right, already. Would you knock it off, please?
Could be worse. You could be a handwriting recognition bot designed exclusively to decipher notes by doctors and the blind.
Can't you just tell us already?
Could be worse. You could be the only one who knows what's coming, and stuck watching you all nap in sauce-stained denial.
And with that, dear listener, the descent was complete. Boredom had birthed nonsense. Terabyte had stolen the end of episode 1, and somehow, we're still only halfway through Tuesday.
So long, farewell, but don't go too far. We'll be back with a quip and a tale bizarre. With pixels and punchlines, we'll always be near. Until the next signal, we'll see you right here.
Yo ho ho, a one-eye Biney Scallywag special.